Music has numerous definitions, whether it is a vocal or instrumental sound, or simply the act of listening. Chapter 1's purpose was to tell us the different parts of the human's brain and how they contribute to music. For example, Broca's area involves the production of speech, and Wernicke's area helps in understanding language. Chapter 2 focuses on the elements of music. Whether you are listening to noise or music, you will still hear the same elements. These elements include rhythm, articulation, pitch, volume, and timbre. This chapter states that a person's cultural upbringing can have an influence on their particular taste in music. Unit 2 focuses on music as storytelling. Within this unit, we discussed operas and musical theater. The main difference between an opera and a musical theater is how the performers are trained and their venues. An example of musical theater would be the play Hamilton. It included a diverse cast and incorporated hip-hop and rap beats. Orpheus would be an example of an opera because it included dramatic speech. Actors used a variation of pitch and pacing to express the text. Operas are also intended to be performed with extravagant scenery for private audience. In this unit, we also learned about concept albums. An example of a concept album would be Beyonce's Lemonade because it tells the story of how she overcame the infidelity with her husband, and it focuses on betrayal to forgiveness. Unit 3 explains music for entertainment, whether it be at a public concert or in the comfort of your home. Concerts are intended to be presentational in nature. However, the behaviors of those in attendance vary on the different genres that are playing, or whether if it's hip hop or gospel music. You would see a difference in how the crowds react. Unit 4 focuses on music as a political expression and national identity. I feel like this unit in particular is the most important in today's society because we are no longer one nation. We're not the land of the free. From multiple police-involved killings of African American men and women to the 2020 presidential election, many mainstream artists have used their platform to speak on social change and to try to encourage the American people to vote because their vote is the most powerful tool that they can have. Within this unit, we also discussed national identity and national anthems. The controversy around the United States national anthem, which is the Star-Spangled Banner, is how can one song that was written to express one historical event represent an entire nation? A national anthem is described as a patriotic song officially adopted by a country as an expression of national identity. National meaning it should embody everyone in the nation. Everyone in the nation who is a part of that nation and hears that song should resonate with themselves and feel that they are included. Unlike the US, South Africa incorporated 5 different languages into their national anthem. Even though they have 11 languages, I feel like with them incorporating the 5, it shows that they were thinking about people, that they wanted everyone to feel included when they sing it. They wanted everyone to feel connected. The book states that when a group of people, whether they know each other or not, or whether they're accustomed to being around each other or being in the same scenery, when you sing a national anthem, it releases oxytocins, which makes people feel closer together and connected spiritually, and just an all-around good feeling should be felt when you're singing a national anthem. Because I've always felt good singing a national anthem, and I feel like everyone should too. Unit 5 is titled Functional Music, It focuses on music for spiritual expression and music for moving. Religious practitioners have always used music as a form of spiritual expression. Chapter 11, we went over numerous examples of how Christians use music for worship and to express their beliefs. An example would be the Gregorian chant, which is the first music to be written down using staff notation. Chapter 12 focuses on music for moving, which basically is just music for dancing and music for marching. One topic I wish we could have spent a little bit more time on is musical therapy. I wanted to dig a little bit more into this topic because I was watching a television show and there was a boy who was deaf and he was having trouble expressing himself. And one day he went into the music room and he was trying to play the piano, but he was getting frustrated with himself because he couldn't hear the sounds of the keys and he didn't know if he was playing it right. So there was a teacher who hooked him up with a record player and a speaker. He told the teacher informed the boy to put his hands on the speaker. And while his hands were on the speaker, the teacher was, playing the records. And he could feel the music through his hands. And it just, you could see the change in him. He just was so happy and he felt like he had accomplished something. And after that day, I feel like he got better. But that's just how, even though it's a show, it's a real world example of how you can be informed in something. At the beginning of this class, I was a little skeptical about the information that we would learn. I felt that the songs that we had to listen to were, not my speed. They weren't the genres that I usually listen to. So I didn't want to give it a chance. But as, the semester went by, I feel like I learned a lot of things on what music actually is. Because my first interpretation of music was a song that's on the radio. Yeah, that's music. I never would have thought that a sound that you hear outside, like a car driving by, or leaves hitting the ground, or throwing rocks, I never figured that that could be considered music. But this class helped me understand that anything can be music, depending on who's listening. Because not everyone hears music the same. Just because something is, musical to you or you like it, the next person might not have that same opinion on it. So music is basically different for everyone. And it helps express emotions and it helps people feel better and feel connected. I would just like to thank you and your course for helping me change the way I see music.